Recording, aren't you?
Okay, so welcome, Miss Lanciotti, Mrs. Lanciotti, Brunella from Italy. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation for the PASSPORTal Global Connections, session number 7, about Italy and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I've been
Yes.
there.
Yeah, really?
Yes, I've been there and I've climbed the tower because it was possible back then, many, many years ago, decades ago. So the floor is yours and thank you again.
I hope I
Indeed.
can share the slides I have here because I tried, I made an attempt, but it was unsuccessful. I'm going to try again, just for a moment.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes, but I need to open the slides.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we can
Can you
see.
see? Perfect. Perfect. So when I met, dear students, when I met your teacher, she asked me to talk about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is very, very popular here in Italy, but I know that it is also popular abroad. A lot of people from all over the world know the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And just one thing I would like to tell you. Just a few weeks ago, we had a meeting similar to this, but with a game called Mystery Skype. The school we met was from Taiwan, and they didn't know much about Rome, but they knew exactly the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And so it was something that for me was curious, weird, because here in Italy, you know that our capital is Rome. And so everybody in Italy likes Rome. We have a lot of tourists, but they talked about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is obviously, like the name says, in Pisa, and Pisa is a city that is in the middle of Italy, we can say. You know that Italy has a long shape, is a peninsula, it's quite long, and Pisa is more or less in the middle of this peninsula. The Leaning Tower was built a long time ago, centuries ago. And the particular thing is that it is leaning because the architects made a mistake. Also, architects can make mistakes, and they did. And in fact, they did not take into account that the ground, the soil underneath is quite soft. So when they started to build the tower, they realized after a while that the tower was sinking on one side in particular, and it became really dangerous. They stopped building it because of this. And at a certain point, they decided that something had to be done. But do you know what? They decided to support the tower, but not so much. They wanted, at that point, they wanted to keep the mistake because they also realized that these particular features had made the tower very famous and popular all over the world. And so they also were aware that if they had corrected the Leaning Tower completely, perhaps it wouldn't have been so popular in the future. And so the Leaning Tower now, they say so. I'm not an engineer, and but they say that it's obviously safe. Now, as far as I know, it is open and it is possible go up to the top and enjoy the view of Pisa, but it is still leaning, and now it has been done on purpose and not by mistake. You can see that the tower is leaning from, obviously from the picture that I've posted here in my first slide. I've also added a link. It's a video. Perhaps we can watch it at the end, or you can watch it on your own if you like. Here, the second slide that you see is a kind of summary of what I've just said. It has been the result of a mistake, and this is what I've already said. And here, you see the shape of part of Italy. You see that there's a mark just on Pisa, and I'd like to underline that Pisa is very close to Florence. So when tourists come here to Italy, they visit Pisa, but they also visit Florence. You know that Tuscany is really very famous also and popular with tourists. We have a lot of English people that have chosen to live here, particularly in Tuscany, but also in our region. I live on the other side of Italy. You see here, you can read Pisa with the mark. Then on the other side, there is San Marino. And if you go down San Marino, there's the place where I live, so on the other side. And a lot of English people have also chosen to come here, but just because the landscape, because the life conditions are good, but also because my area is cheaper than Tuscany. So those that have chosen to come here have also taken into account the cost of what they wanted to buy. Another slide. Here you see that I've taken pictures of from the internet of the Leaning Tower, but you see that there's a cathedral next to the Leaning Tower, and I would say that this is the focus of Pisa. I mean, obviously, by far the most important landmark that you can visit in Pisa. And if you see the picture, there is also a very large lawn. There's grass. And if you visit this place, it's particular also to see how many people, particularly students, like to lie there on the grass in the sun.
Let me tell my students the episode I experienced when I went there. Eu já estive em Pisa quando era jovem, fiz o Interrail e foi uma visita relâmpago. Portanto, o comboio ia a caminho de Roma, nós parámos ali, disse, olha, aqui é Pisa, vamos sair. Fomos num instante, de autocarro, o autocarro andava por cima dos passeios e tudo a fazer as curvas, foi assim uma viagem alucinante. Saímos e lá está, tem aqui este jardim, esta praça enorme, até chegar à catedral e à torre, e é lindíssimo. Nós subimos a torre, descemos a torre e voltamos outra vez para trás, entramos no comboio e seguimos viagem. So I was telling them what I told you. I've been there, and on a train I was doing the Interrail many years ago, and the driver was crazy. He went above the sidewalks and everything. So we just got down the train. We went on the bus. We climbed the tower, and then we came back and got on the next train again. So it was really a very quick visit to that landmark.
And I've talked about the students because in Pisa, here in Italy, we have one of the most important universities. And I've also written the name there. It has a name. The name is La Normale. It's a university where people need to have a high standard level to enter, to access. And generally, but when students get a degree from this university, it's really important and also easier for them to find then a job. Oh, here, it has been a pleasure, no, for me to look for these pictures from the internet as well, because I can assure you that almost each of us, when we go to Pisa and when we visit the Leaning Tower, the temptation to take particular pictures is very, very big. And so you can see here that are different tourists that have taken photos in very funny positions or situations. You see the girl, and she looks like she's eating an ice cream, and the ice cream is the Leaning Tower.
Este sem borrar e aquele a segurar, está aqui pequenininho e este. Opa, está muito giro. Very interesting photos indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't find the one I took when I was there, but I can assure you that I took something similar to the girl with in the red jumper.
Já lá esteve e tem uma fotografia parecida com esta, mas deve ser antiga e não a conseguiu encontrar. Mas é semelhante àquela. Toda a gente faz estas brincadeiras quando lá vai, por causa da torre estar inclinada.
Okay. Oh, and here?
Olha,
here, 3 words about the writers, because now I'm not talking about Pisa in particular, but Tuscany, Florence. You know that we have 3 very, very important for us writers, but I think that perhaps you know some of them as well. Dante, do you know Dante?
Dante, vocês já ouviram falar neste escritor? Dante, ele é que escreveu a Divina Comédia, que é este aqui, que é a vida de alguém depois no inferno, vai vida para o inferno. Temos este senhor, que é o Petrarca, e este que é o Boccaccio. Huh? They don't know, I think they are.
And so other 2 writers, Petrarca and Boccaccio, I've written them here because for us they are very, very important. I know that also writers from abroad have taken inspiration from them. And so I've written them here, but I'll go to the next. Oh,
They know. That they know. They know that for sure.
Why pizza? Why pizza? Because here in our country, pizza is one of the most favorite foods, but we also know that pizza is known all over the world. But here, and particularly in the south, from Naples, they have led a very, very strong campaign, and now they have obtained what they wanted. That is, Naples pizza is a UNESCO intangible heritage. You know that, yes, has been welcomed in this list. And for the people that make pizza in Naples, it has been a very, very important goal that they've reached, because if pizza is pizza, but here in Italy, there are different types, and the type that they make in Naples is particular because it's thicker, and it's made with particular tomato sauce, and so they have been very proud of what they have achieved. But apart from that, pizza is made all over Italy, and I know all over the world. And each part thinks that pizza has been invented there, more or less. It's the story is this. that
I ate several pizzas when I was in Italy, and they are really tasty. Let me translate a few things for my students. Portanto, aqui a pizza é super conhecida. Atenção que a pronúncia é pizza, como se tivesse um D antes dos Z's. Pizza. Okay? E é super conhecida em toda a Itália, como vocês sabem, é quase o prato nacional. Mas a pizza de Nápoles, que é no sul, Naples, in English, ganhou agora, devido a uma campanha muito forte que eles fizeram, ganhou este título de herança, aquilo está-me a falhar o termo como costume, mundial. É quase como aqui a zona do Douro, do Rio Douro. Diz? Património, exatamente. Património mundial. Está bem? Portanto, faz parte do património mundial esta pizza de Nápoles, ok? So, thank you.
Okay. And again,
É feita com molho de
let's see. Yeah, what is this? This is the part where I live.
Aqui já é a cidade onde vive a professora, Fresno.
Yeah.
Praias espetaculares, olha para isso.
Hello. Yes, the town where I live is called Fermo, and it's the first word you see there. And Fermo is on a hill, very, very near the sea. So I've posted pictures from Fermo, but also of the sea, where all of us go to the beach in summer.
How far away are you from Pisa?
I'm by car, I think 4 hours by car, but simply because, not because it is distant, but because we have to go through the Apennines mountains.
Portanto, tem que ir pelos Alpes, não sei o quê, para chegar lá a Pisa, e por isso é que demora 4 horas, não é que seja realmente muito longe. Vocês depois podem ver isso no mapa, quantos quilómetros é que seriam de um lado ao outro, ok? Tem aqui uma cidade medieval, estão a ver? Perto do mar, mas também tem uma cidade medieval lá no topo daquele monte. Ok?
Okay, so now, if it is possible, because I've posted these pictures of the sea, because I know that the sea is also an important part in Portugal. And so if it is possible, I'd like to know also something about how you use the sea. I mean, here in Italy, the sea is very important for us. We go there to spend our holidays, but it is also important for the job, for the people that go fishing, and also for a lot of other things. And what about Portugal?
Okay.
What's the importance of the sea?
Como é que nós usamos o mar aqui em Portugal e concretamente na nossa cidade? Anda cá, Santiago. Anda cá. Come on, quickly. Apresentas-te. Bem? Apresenta-te sem perguntas. Anda lá. Olha lá. Santiago, diz o teu nome.
So I'm Santiago.
Anda, continua.
Yes. Okay.
I'm 11 years old, and in Spain, in Portugal in general, we use the sea for fishing and
Fishing.
fishing.
And
Sailing.
you go.
Sailing.
Do you go there to spend your holidays? Do you go to the seaside to spend your holidays?
Yes or no? Vamos para a praia também ou não?
Yes.
Yes.
There are like 3 spots in the entirety of Portugal where you can have like holidays with beaches. Algarve, Port Santo in Madeira, and Source.
But what do you know? What do you know about Italy?
O que é que sabes sobre a Itália? Alguém quer responder? O que é que sabem sobre a Itália? Sim, mas sem ser agora da Torre de Pisa, outras coisas. Ok, thank you, Santiago. Francisca, queres vir aqui? Outras coisas que saibas sobre a Itália? They are shy. We live in a seaside town as well, you know?
Okay.
It's a fishing town. It's also a fishing town. And in Portugal, we also have surf. It's very popular.
Yes.
So it's very popular, I don't know, 10, 20 years from now. It became very popular and there are competitions all around the country, etc. So we use the sea in many, many ways, as you can see. So we are sea lovers. In fact, if we go down from some parts of our school, we can see a little bit of the ocean.
Okay. And so, yeah, of course, it's windier there.
Então, o que é que
Okay.
podemos dizer? What do we know about Italy? Qual é a capital? Rome. In English, please. Which civilization very famous lived there? The? No. Que povo é que lá viveu durante muitos anos, muito famoso? The Romans. And what about the language? Why do we speak Portuguese? Por que é que falamos português? Because the Romans came to Portugal and they spoke, what language did they speak? Latin. So Latin origin, Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Romanian, you know? So many languages came from Latin. The Roman. Go ahead.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, I know that here in Italy, there are Italians that choose to come there and live there in Portugal because they say that life is good and cheap. My question is, do you know any Italians that live there in your area?
Conhecem alguns italianos que moram aqui? Italianos a morar cá em Portugal, conhecem algum? No? Unfortunately, no.
No, they haven't chosen that area.
Maybe they choose other areas.
Yes, of course. Okay, so for me, I've finished. If they want to ask me any questions, I'm here. I'm available to answer.
Alguém tem perguntas? Come on. Apresenta-te primeiro, tá bem? Oh.
Hi, I'm Francesca and I'm 11 years old. It's true that the meat and the fish there in Italy is very expensive.
It depends. There are different types of meat and fish. There's fish that is cheap, for example, what is called green fish. It means, I think, not aubergines. Now I don't remember the name in English, but there's a part, some fish that is cheap and other types that are very, very expensive. The same is for the meat. It depends on the type. And now, recently, it also depends on the fact if they are considered to be organic or non-organic. When you buy food, either fish or meat, that is considered to be organic, it is more expensive than the other types. Do you understand?
Yes, because my cousin last year went to Italy, Rome, and she says that Italians only eat pasta with tomato sauce. They don't eat meat or fish with pasta, and rarely they eat fish or meat.
Yes, what you say is true, but it depends on the situation and the place. I mean, there are different occasions when we gather together to go out and have fish. We go to the restaurant simply to eat fish. There are other times when we say, it generally happens when you want to have something quick to eat, that we want simply pizza. Pizza is, yes, it's the food that makes everybody happy. So when there is a group of people and you don't know what to eat, you don't know what are the tastes of the others, you decide to eat pizza, you know that everybody will have the taste they like.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mais alguma pergunta? Santiago, outra vez? Mais alguém? Tá bom. Façam perguntas sobre a Itália, a cultura da Itália, sobre a professora. Vai lá. Da comida acabamos de falar agora. Vai lá.
So I have two questions. First, I know Italy handled the entire chaos that was COVID-19 not well at the beginning. How was it like without original chaos?
Yeah. Life was very hard here because we were unprepared, like I think everybody in the world, because we thought we could have gone through it quickly, and it wasn't true. And particularly in 2020, we had to stay at home for 4 months. And it means really stay at home without leaving home because we were not allowed to. And this has caused problems, particularly for the teenagers. So people of your age, because it is a need for you and it is a right, it's your right to be together with the other students, with the other boys and girls of your age. This year,
Não é 4 meses em casa.
has been hard again because we thought that we were out of this situation, and it wasn't true. So we had to face a lot of problems at school, lots of COVID, and in a period when we thought that we felt we were out, and it wasn't the case.
Okay, thank you. Another question?
And the second question, this is more of a culture slash food thing, but Italians don't really like pineapple on pizza. What's your opinion on pineapple on pizza?
This is a very curious question, and really, I want to tell you this. When we have meetings, different meetings with different parts of the world, and what I have to understand better is why this question is almost always something that is asked. I mean, when I have meeting with the people from abroad, sometimes my students ask them, but do you like pineapple on pizza? Personally, I do not have an opinion. I think I have never eaten pizza with pineapple, but if I think of the taste, for me, it's okay. And it is curious why from different parts of the world, there are people that want to know about pineapple in pizza. So now I ask you, But why for you it's a curiosity? Why have you asked? Have you ever tried the pineapple on pizza?
No, I am asking because on the internet there's more of a stereotype about Italians that they hate pineapple on pizza, and that's just a stereotype because they think it's funny. It's actually true. A lot of Italians don't like pineapple on pizza. They don't
Okay.
like pizza. Tomatoes are the exception.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other question? Alguém quer mais fazer alguma pergunta sobre a professora, sobre a terra dela, sobre a Itália? Não? Não? Okay. So, I think we're finished. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
It's a pleasure. I like these meetings.
Yeah, quite interesting. We know, we have this project called PASSPORTal, and we are visiting the landmarks, the world landmarks, and I'm trying to connect them with people from that country. I've been able to do 7 out of 12 we are working with in our project. So thank you so much for doing this. I will share later today, I will share everything, the photos, the recording, everything with you. And I just want to take a picture with you if that's okay. So please unshare your screen. And I will ask my students to come forward to take a picture with you. Is that okay? Olha, pessoal, sem ruído, vocês vão colocar-se por aqui. Quem estiver aqui na frente tem que se baixar, certo? Para tirarmos uma foto. Olha lá. Despachar. Quem está na frente tem que se baixar. Quem está na frente do ecrã tem que se baixar, como é evidente. Vamos lá. Deixa-me. I will mark you to put you bigger. Okay, where are you? Where are you? No, it's not here. Where can I do that on the participants, I guess? Just a moment. Mark. Okay, there you are. So, Malta. Malta. Shhh. Olha lá. Já está aqui a professora. Vá, todos lindos. Smile. Oh, foi outros. Olha lá. Olha lá. 3, 2, 1. Pizza! Pizza! Again. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ah. Hold on. Olha lá. Lindinhos. So, senta. So, how do you say goodbye?
Ciao. Arrivederci.
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 Arrivederci, até a vista. Okay? Bye bye. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Okay? Thank you.